Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, today I will be trying out the One Size Complexion products. I have the Turn Up the Base BB Cream Beauty Blur Balm, I have the Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer, and to set it I have the Ultimate Setting Powder. So if you would like to see what these products look like, wear like on an oily acne prone skin, then all you have to do is keep on watching. I have a slight bone to pick with you. I asked you guys which foundation I should try out first, and unfortunately, my subscribers are so supportive that they essentially said it doesn't matter, you can try out any foundation that you like. I'm joking, by the way. Thank you so much for the feedback. It just shows how supportive you are. As always, I'm going to be focusing on the foundation. This might be a long video. This is an example of why I prefer to focus on one product in my reviews, but I thought the one size could just all go together. This is the Turn Up the Base BB Cream Beauty Blur Balm, and on the Sephora website, which is where I got this foundation from, it is currently £35. I believe I paid £35. I'm not gonna lie, they have a decent shade range for a very, small indie brand. To have 3 in like each category, I don't think that's bad. I think there's 15 or 18 altogether. I'm sure Patrick will expand that. Hopefully the shade that I was matched to will suit me. I got the light 3N, light neutral undertones. Let's read the claims. This foundation is described as a medium to full buildable one size turn up the base blurring foundation that absorbs oil and provides a soft matte finish for a second skin all day wear. This texture blurring foundation has a unique mousse-like formula that's perfect for normal to oily skin types. It is infused with Japanese white rose stem cells that balances oil, controls shine, and improves the appearance of skin texture over time. Sounds wonderful. I will read the claims of the concealer and the powder when we come to applying them. So let's zoom it in and let's try the foundation first. Like I said before, I have the light number 3, light neutral undertones, and it should be pretty good. I am seeing that it's not like a screw cap. Well, it is, you can do that, and I need to do that because it has the safety seal on, and because of the shape I know that it's one of these. I like that. That's different, interesting. Apparently pump out a lot of air. Okay, she is thick. That is thick. That is a balm. As always, I have my sponge ready. This is nice and fresh, and I'm going to pick up the foundation. Oh, I'm actually really so excited for this. I don't know why. OMG. This smell. Very paint-like, typical sort of foundation smell. This smells like MAC's Studio Fix. The one issue already, well, I don't know, is it an issue? It is matte, so it doesn't spread out as much as I would like it to be. It almost like builds as I'm blending it out. I don't know why, but it's not really adhering to this area of my face, right here under my eye. I still see a lot of redness. I can definitely see like instant matte, but like a nice comfortable matte, which that's cute. Not gonna lie. This is what one side of my face looks like with one layer of the foundation on, applied with a sponge in comparison to my bare face. It looks skin-like, but it gave me nice coverage. Definitely a medium, and definitely almost like an instant natural matte finish. I'm liking it so far. Of course, on the other side, I'm going to be using a brush. I like that it's not streaky with the brush. That was my worry. It definitely buffs it in nicely. And this is the other side of my face with one layer of the foundation on, applied with a brush in comparison to my bare face. I personally prefer the sponge, but I do feel like it's just a matter of preference. I feel like the sponge side is a little bit more even, a little bit more smooth. Like I said before, definitely more of a medium coverage foundation. As you can see, the discoloration, never mind that big spot, my discoloration from my old spots is still there. I will try and build it, and I can see, oh yeah, you know, definitely builds straight away. I need to finish my thoughts. I always like stop and finish my other thought. Is it full coverage? Probably if you piled it on, yes it would be, but this is really annoying me. This redness right here, yeah, I don't know, I don't think it happened with the brush. Maybe I just need to apply just that little area around the nose, under the eye with the brush. I'm realizing now how long this video might be. Hopefully you haven't turned the video off yet. It is currently 10 o'clock, so I've placed the foundation on at 10 o'clock. I do want to try out the concealer before I contour and stuff. I will try out other textures on top of these products. I just want to read some of the claims of this concealer. It costs £28, which is absolutely mental. 30 quid, nearly £30 for a concealer is crazy. This product is described as an all-day wear, do it all, medium to full coverage, one size, turn up the base, butter silk concealer that acts as the most targeted texture solver, gliding on the skin like butter on toast. Highlighted ingredients are caffeine, helping to visibly depuff and support skin, avocado and mango butters to hydrate and nourish to smooth the texture, an exclusive peptide blend which supports natural collagen to help improve skin texture. I know by looking at the pictures online that this wand is interesting. It's not too big, not too small. I'm applying the amount that I would always apply with a concealer, just to see what this kind of looks like in comparison to my regular concealers. I don't have that much discoloration around my eye, so I'm going to like this, I assume, when it comes to the coverage anyway. So as you can see, the brown hue from around the eye is gone. It looks quite nice. However, I do feel like I still have that bluey hue, especially right in this corner here and right here from my veins. So it's definitely more of a medium coverage, I was going to call it a foundation concealer, and it blended in quite nicely with the foundation. It is a nice shade. Initially I was a bit panicky because it looked light, but it's not. Clearly it does, it's a lot more yellow on initially than when you put it on or like blend it out. I am going to try out a brush because why not? Some people again just prefer brushes. I am one of those people when I'm not using foundation. The coverage with the brush is a little bit better than the sponge. It makes sense, it didn't suck up the product, but it does look a little bit heavier than the sponge side. Again, makes sense, there's more product there. The issue that I'm having with both of these products is that it's like, it's not entirely super smooth. It does look a little bit textured because of how matte it is. Still creasing, so let's pat these out and let's see how long it lasts before it creases again. I'm not bothered about the creases in my eyes, that's an unfair judgment. So I was focused on the concealer so much that I did not realize that my expression lines on my forehead have eaten up that foundation. This line is the death of me, and there's so much traffic today that is not helping. Anyway, let's try some other formulas on top of this. Again, I usually try out different concealer, different powder, etc, etc, so from a different brand, to see if they work with your like hardcore, you know, ride or dies. One of my ride or dies is my cream bronzer from Fenty. This is Butter Biscuit. Already feeling myself, though I think this isn't spreading out as well as it usually does. Am I disrupting the base with this? I'm not losing coverage, but it's definitely not as easy to spread out as it usually is. This is coming from how matte this foundation is. Now let's see how I creased. Oh yeah, baby. We need to powder this under eye. I mean, I have very, very deep lines under my eye, like immediately under my eye. This is just the way my eye is structured. I don't think anyone has like no lines under there. Just like I said in my unboxing, I got the mini just in case I don't actually like the powder itself. It looks cute. I like the packaging. This is a super fine one size mini ultimate blurring setting powder with a soft matte finish and a blurring effect that lasts up to 14 hours and is perfect for everyday setting and buildable baking. So I always like to bake with my sponge, or not bake, set my concealer with my sponge. So that's what I'm doing. I feel very set, and it does kind of blur. Okay, all right. I'm going to set a little bit of my forehead, but I'm leaving the rest of my face because I really like what the foundation looks like. Alright, that is all the products from one size applied. It is 10:30. It looks nice. I like the coverage of the foundation. It looks like natural matte. It has gotten a little bit more shiny as I was filming, but so far I do like the foundation, even though it's a little bit harder to work my favorite bronzer into it. I do like my under eye. Like, I think the powder is very, very nice. All is left to do is to finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and I shall see you back in 2 hours. Hour number 3, you guys. The weather is not great, so it's very like greyish outside, so my lighting can be a bit off, but this is what my face looks like. There's no major changes, to be honest, and the only area of my face that's sort of getting a bit dewy is right here next to my nose. My forehead is tiny little bit shiny here at the hairline, but I really like the way my skin looks. There's a little bit of rub off right here on my jawline, and there's like a little bit of settlement right here around the nose and in my sort of smile lines, but I mean, even my forehead line isn't so bad. It still looks nice and fresh. I'm not going to blot. I'll probably blot in my next check-in, but so far so cute. It's literally 4:30. This is me filming my face and we can't see anything because that's how dark it is. I hate winter. It is 4:30, so I've been wearing this for 6.5 hours. As you can see, I am due a blot. I have made the mistake of not blotting at hour number 5. I did have a brief sort of look in the mirror, and I thought to myself, I should make a check-in and I should blot because it looks good. but I can see the sort of oiliness getting there, and it has definitely like arrived now. Okay, so I have a fair amount of transfer, but like I said, I have sort of pushed the limits of this foundation. I can definitely still see it on my face. I feel like the camera isn't doing its justice, and it's almost giving me like almost showing you that the foundation's missing here. But even though it is missing a little bit, like on my nose right there, is actually not that bad up close and in my mirror. It still looks good. It still looks good. Editing away, and I did not realize what time it was. It is 7, so I've officially had this foundation on for 9 hours, and I can definitely tell there's wear and tear. My face is shiny once again, even though I blotted like what, 2-3 hours ago. You can just tell I've had this foundation on all day because it's blotchy. It doesn't look fresh. I'm not gonna lie, it did hold up my oils for a long time, so that's nice. So far, you know, it's still holding up pretty well, like that spot, even though it's like raised and just ready to pop. There's still foundation on there. It's majority of my cheeks are like covered. There's further rub off on my jawline and some more rub off on my forehead. My nose has pretty much fully fallen off, but I've been blowing my nose as well. Yeah, again, wear and tear. It's been a whole day and I'm looking rough. Alright you guys, I have been wearing this foundation for 12 hours. It is hour number 12. It's 10 o'clock. I'm about to wash my face and head to bed. Anyway, this foundation is actually pretty nice. It held up reasonably well throughout the day. It's just a matter of whether you want to spend £35 on a foundation. I'm not the biggest fan of the packaging because it gets very dirty. It's very thick and it's like hard to squeeze out of that tube, and like the nozzle gets a little bit dirty. Other than that, when it comes to like the application, it looked nice, it built up nice, it looked matte, but like a comfortable matte, and I really liked it. Up to about 5 hours in, I didn't need to blot. It looked absolutely fine, and then it went downhill from there. I mean, I have oily skin, so I'm used to it. I do recommend it because I do actually really like it, and I'm looking forward to using it up. When it comes to the concealer though, I would give it a pass. I think it's completely overpriced because it creased. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't do anything outside of the ordinary to have the price tag that it does have. The powder though, really nice. I think it could compete with my fave Laura Mercier, so I'm looking forward to sort of using that and sort of getting my full opinion on it. I mean, it's just a powder. It's meant to mattify and potentially blur, but I did like how my under eyes looked when I used it, so it is quite nice. So out of the three, I would just skip the concealer, and if you're on a budget and want one product, I think the foundation's really nice. So that's that on that. One size, I'm actually quite happy with the brand so far. I like the idea, the name, and you can shop it at Sephora UK now. As always, I hope you have enjoyed that. I hope this has helped you make the decision on whether you should buy one size or not. And if it did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time.